Hey everybody, welcome to Behind the Mic. I'm Nina Taylor. I have a very, very special guest in with us today. I'm so excited. I haven't seen her in about 2 years, which is much too long, but I'm glad that she is back. I have Dr. Apostle Burl Howard on the line. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Nina. Well, it's so cold where you are. I can't get up there.
Yes, it's absolutely freezing. Well, today wasn't that bad. When I left this morning, it was 29, so that's pretty good. At least
God,
we're not
that's
in the tens, 10 or we've gotten 20 below zero. So it's yeah,
mm,
yeah.
that's
So
something when you say 29, it's not bad.
no,
Good.
it's not. 29 is not bad for this time of year. So yeah.
My God.
But you have so much going on. I mean, I don't even know where to start. Well, let's first start with just giving everybody just your background in the industry. And you don't have to tell everything because it's only an hour show. But
Okay. And I got to be
it's
off at a
so much.
certain time. So,
I
yes.
know it's
Well,
so
first,
much. It's so much. Yeah, just
oh,
start with your musical background. But first I know, I like to know personal things, and I know my audience does too. They're used to me asking personal stuff like where you grew up and how you got into the industry and all that. Can you start
okay.
there? Okay.
I got you. I got you.
Mhm.
Well, my name is the Apostle Dr. Veryl Howard. I'm also recently a diplomat and ambassador,
Wow.
global ambassador to the United Nations, which consists of 193 countries.
Hmm.
I am from the Washington, D.C., aka DMV, used to be the Chocolate City, not Chocolate City no more.
Chocolate and vanilla now. Yeah.
Yes, chocolate and vanilla, very expensive. But this is where I was
Uh-huh.
raised and
Hmm.
pastored a little bit in North Carolina. Been
Hmm.
working in the entertainment arena for 30 some years. It's been a while. I started out and I'm still with him. One of my first clients was Pastor Dietrich Haddon, where I routed a tour for him when he
Hmm.
first started out on Ty Scott Records. And for some reason, we can't depart from each other. We're like brothers and sisters.
Hmm.
And then I started out in the play business. I was working for Tyler Perry,
Hmm.
David Talbert, Emmanuel Seegers, Andrew Barrows. I mean, the list goes on and on with plays. And even Bishop Jakes, I did marketing and promotions with him with his play, Woman Thou Art Loose, and also his books. And so I started out in the play and even in the TV business. I started out in the TV business because I was modeling back in the day and I wanted to act and I wanted to, be in the forefront. I was real thin but I got tired of being the one that was waiting for somebody to select me. So I
Hmm.
said, I'm going to go behind the scenes and I'm going to do the casting. So that's how I became a casting director. And so time progressed and I was started working with plethora of gospel and Christian artists. I mentioned one, Dietrich Haddon,
Hmm.
and I have a whole slew of them. I have Jokia Williams, Todd Delaney, that singer Ashford Saunders from Sunday's Best, who did Millions Didn't Make It.
Oh
I
yeah.
have Titus Showers. I have Pastor Wes Morgan. I have an awesome Caribbean artist by the name of DJ Nicholas. He's very, very big in the Caribbean. I have the girl with the big hair named Jokia Williams. And I've just worked with so many, and I just, love being able to help people take their career from one area to another dimension. So the Lord has allowed me to
Hmm.
do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside of that music career, what people didn't know about me is I am a film producer. I'm an actress. I've been blessed to be in some BET series and also in the number one show called Double Cross that has been running for 5 years on WeTV, all black, and now on Tubi and Amazon and other platforms like that.
Yeah.
We're negotiating the sixth season. The writer, producer, creator, Crystal Gibson, is trying to figure out where she wants to land the sixth season. So I'm in that. And
Now
and then I had,
tell me about your character who is just a stone cold diva,
oh, she's
right?
something else. My nephew said, Auntie Burl, you're too real in that. I'm a little afraid of you.
Yeah.
Double Cross is about, and it's the real
Hmm.
deal. It's about what's happening in our society with child sex trafficking. And of course, we were
Hmm.
out there before you started seeing the Epstein files, the
Hmm.
P. Diddy. I think that's why they kind of slowed our TV series down,
Yeah, yeah,
because we were out there spilling some beans.
yeah.
And it's about child sex trafficking. And I
Hmm.
actually play opposite Timac, who was Bruce Leroy Green, the last dragon, who I had a crush on when I was a teenager. I actually play his woman.
Okay.
And he is over the whole sex trafficking ring. He is the one that the brother and sister Erica and Eric Cross are trying to stop.
Hmm.
And I run his mansion full of children that we have kidnapped, and I actually auction off the children to billionaires and multi-billionaires.
Hmm.
And so I'm a spicy, stern, boss lady who's classy, who takes no mess off for nobody.
Yeah.
So my man has trained me well to be a, sure enough dangerous woman if you cross my path the wrong way.
Hmm.
The good thing is I don't cuss. The creator made me classy, a classy boss who
Hmm.
handles business, but I auction off kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, hello to our annual auction where the highest bidder will receive something so special with love and obedience. So I
Oh,
was just auctioning off a child to you
yeah.
guys. So this is the
Hmm.
stuff I do and make sure they
Hmm.
stay in their cells and
Hmm.
anybody come after them, I'm shooting them, all of that. I'm a bad girl. So that's what I do in Double Cross. Um, I have another movie
Yeah.
that me and executive producer Michael Chin just produced. It's
Mhm.
out now on Tubi and 150 other platforms.
Now,
It's
weren't
called
you on a runway too in Paris?
Yes. I've been blessed to be a plus size model for
And she's
Fashion
not even a
Week.
plus size. What
Yes,
is
I
the
am. In fashion, I am.
oh,
Plus size is
it's what, a
anything a
past
six.
the six?
Anything past a six is plus size. So my
Wow.
modeling size when I'm skinny, right now I'm not skinny, but I got to
Yeah.
drop some weight because I'm giving it acting something else. My
Hmm.
modeling size is normally eight, eight to
Hmm.
10,
Okay.
but that's considered fat girls. So regular
Wow.
models, yes, regular models are
Uh-huh.
0, 2, and 4. But
Okay.
this particular woman I model for, she deals with plus size women. So she has from 0 all the way up to 24. So I'm in that 8 range when I
Hmm.
model. I'm like 20 pounds smaller than I am right now. I mean, I look really skinny when I'm modeling.
Hmm.
So I was blessed to do Fashion Week in Italy
Hmm.
and Fashion Week in Paris.
Hmm.
And so I got to chop my weight back down so I could shoot. My focus has been so much on shooting right now, and then eventually I'll go back to the fashion week. But right now, I'm
Hmm.
really trying to do this film thing. We have this film called I Am She, She Is Her that just dropped, and we have 2 more movies coming out after that. I'm the executive producer of that. Me, along with Michael Chin, who is a film producer that I manage.
Yeah.
And so for Woman History Month, we're going to be pushing I Am She, She Is Her, which is on Tubi and 150 platforms.
Hmm.
And then I'm preparing to get skinny to be in something else.
Wow.
I'm giving you a mouthful.
Yeah. Well, no, you're doing a lot,
I'm
so that's what it is.
an author. I forgot that.
Yeah. So besides the modeling and the acting and the managing, you're also a writer, an author. And what was your first book?
Oh, my mom said started writing at the age of 5.
Hmm.
I didn't know that. She's like, "Oh, you've been writing, girl. What's wrong with you? You late." And
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And I was wondering where I got that gift from, but my mom wrote. She's deceased now, but my mom wrote.
Yeah.
My mom was actually my editor for my books
Hmm.
before she passed. So it was very hard for me to start writing again because I don't have my editor no more. My editor's in heaven.
Yeah.
So my first book, which will bless you, was God Hears a Teacher's Cry.
Wow. Wow, he
And
must.
yes, yes.
He
I
has
was
to
teaching
keep us all coming back every day. Absolutely. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. When I
Uh-huh.
wrote that book,
Hmm.
I was teaching school in the hood. You hear me?
Yeah.
My kids were arrested the weekend before, or parents were in jail, or
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
anklets on, and
Oh
I
my
was
goodness.
teaching. Yes, I was teaching in that type of environment, and I just
Hmm.
was crying out to God. I said, "Lord, you got to help us teachers." I mean, because we don't always get the support that we need in the school system. I'm
Hmm.
not bashing nobody, but it's reality.
Yeah.
Teachers are underpaid. Teachers are
Hmm.
not appreciated like they need to be appreciated. Sometimes you have a principal support, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you got another a teacher support, sometimes you don't.
Hmm.
Sometimes you have the assistant principal support, and a lot of times you don't have the parent support. So you
Yeah.
just out there winging it. And so I started crying out on behalf of the teachers. And the funny thing, we were having the teachers, when you're preparing to go back to work, they have this big meeting with all the teachers in the city at
Yeah.
this big event, and all these people
Yeah.
are there, and you
Hmm.
have to take notes and everything. And so when they were almost finished talking, because I was part about payday, I
Hmm.
put my finger up, I walked outside, took a crate full of books, and
Hmm.
stood in front of the entrance and exit, waited for those teachers to walk out so I could hustle my books to these teachers. And,
Wow. Uh-huh.
and so one of the principals called my sister-in-law up. It was my sister-in-law's aunt.
Hmm.
She said, "Guess who I saw out at the teacher convention hawking off her books?"
Well, they're the
And
ones who needed it. So,
yes, and my sister-in-law Kim said it must have been my crazy sister-in-law Veryl who walked up out the meeting to
yeah.
sell her books. And so that was my very first book. I had some teachers that wrote in it from different walks of life, to be able to tell their story.
Hmm.
And it did exceptionally well because I was
Hmm.
teaching,
Yeah.
and everywhere I went, I had my books. I don't care. I paid for a whole vacation for being my mom because I took my books on the plane to Alaska, and every day I knew I had to sell a quota of $235 to pay for our hotel for 7 days each day.
Wow.
And
Hmm.
so every day I sold a quota of about 240 and would take cash to the hotel from my books. So I just been a grinder, Nina, for a long time.
Hmm. Wow. Okay. So let's just kind of fast forward up to today, your new book, which I cannot wait to read. Tell everybody about that. What is the name of it?
Woo! Oh my God, I am the gotcha. Oh my Lord.
Mhm.
That book is called God. Please wake up my Adam. He is in a
Uh-huh.
coma.
Uh-huh. He's in a coma.
He's in a coma, and I need homeboy to come
I
out
thought
the
he was just
coma.
out of town.
No, he ain't out of town. He been sleeping.
Okay.
And I
Hmm.
wrote the book because, like I said, it was hard for me to write again because my mom was gone, and I had told the
Yeah.
publishing company, who
Yeah.
kept asking me, write, 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 write. And
Hmm.
she asked me to write for two other people's books. So I wrote for them, would not write for me. And
Hmm.
then somebody else came to me and said, "Can you write my dad's book? He's a singer with Quartet Group." I wrote for him and went number one. Could not write for me. And the
Hmm.
Lord said, you can't put your gifts in a corner. There were 8 books I was working on at one time and some
Yeah.
movies. He said, mm-mm. And so I was praying. I always pray on behalf of singles for every holiday, every
Yeah.
wedding, every Christmas, every
Hmm.
Thanksgiving, and every Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. I am praying for singles.
Yeah.
And so I
Hmm.
was praying and praying and praying because Christmas was approaching.
Hmm.
And when I was crying out to the Lord, I said, "Why? What's going on? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with all these fabulous women? They got it going on. They got
Hmm.
nice jobs. They pretty. They smart. They don't have a bunch of baggage, and they don't have a man. Something's wrong with that God. They want their man. They're not gay. They're not eunuchs. They're not nuns. What
Hmm.
is going on?" And
Hmm.
so the Lord had me cry out, and He took me to Genesis 2:18, where He
Yeah.
told man he should not be alone. He was putting him in a coma so he could make woman. But before he did that, he allowed man to name the trees, the birds, the sea, the ocean,
Hmm.
the rocks,
Hmm.
the lions, the
Yeah.
tigers, the elephants, and he put
Yeah.
them in this coma.
Hmm.
And he made woman. And then when woman was made from his rib and man woke up, then he named woman. He said, "You shall be called woman, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh."
Yeah.
And then he gave woman instructions. So
Hmm.
I said, "Lord, but what's going on here?" I said, "Lord, what's going on here?" Because woman has been waiting for the instructions. Why is she
Hmm.
waiting for the instructions? And
Yeah.
so God told me the reason why she was still waiting for the instructions is a lot of them went back in a coma. In other words, when they woke up,
Yeah.
The spirit of lust got in the way. The
Mm-hmm.
spirit of Jezebel got in the way. The
Mm-hmm.
spirit of seduction got in the way. The
Mm-hmm.
enemy tried to put scales on their eyes so they can't see their woman. So they got in the way. And so God told me, start praying for these single women and praying against any blinders
Yeah.
that were keeping their husbands from seeing them because something has clearly gotten in the way. And even the spirit of delay in marriages. God said there could be a delay in marriages.
A
And
delay.
so I
Yeah.
started interceding, and he said, call them forth, pray for them. He said, even your own. He said, Jordan's going to come forth. You got to do this book. He said, you're going to birth this book as a single person, but he's going to reveal himself to you because the Bible says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor.
Yeah.
And he said, all these beautiful women are walking around here. There's some man's favor, but they have not been sitting still, Nina. They weren't just sitting back, twiddling their thumbs. They were progressing. They
Mm-hmm.
were escalating. They
Yes.
were becoming more spiritual in the things of the Lord. They were shining. They were being more prosperous.
Mm-hmm.
Their debt had got cleaned up. You're not hearing me up in here because
Yeah.
they weren't just sitting there waiting on the man to figure it out. And
Yeah.
so then sometimes a man is intimidated by them because he's been in blinders. He hasn't
Yeah.
been doing like they have been doing. So
Mm-hmm.
God said, pray for these men that
Mm-hmm.
the blinders and everything come off, that the time be redeemed. Because the Bible says, how can two walk together unless they agree? And
Yes.
send these men forth that will appreciate these women as an asset and not try to be a narcissist and knock them down and beat them down and be intimidated, but will appreciate them as a jewel and an asset
Yes.
to whom God has called them to be as the visionary.
Wow.
Hello.
Oh, yes. So by reading this book, we're going to get a better understanding of why we're still waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can't wait to
While
read it.
you have been waiting, some of us
Yes.
been waiting and we were supposed to be waiting as long as we've been waiting. Some
Yes.
of us have gotten in the way ourselves when God prepared us, like
Hmm.
Esther, to be found, and then we went and got toxic again with some man that wasn't even our husband. It's okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so some of us created a scenario that caused the spirit of delay. And
Yes.
then cause of the spirit of delay, no longer will we interceding for ourselves
Hmm.
or for the man that is our future husband. So women, I show women how to become detoxified,
Yeah.
purified,
Well.
holy, cleansed, sanctified. So when
Hmm.
that man comes out the coma, he smells his bone of his bone, his flesh of his flesh, and he
Hmm.
doesn't smell some other man's scent.
Ooh, come on. Yes. Okay. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Uh, a beautiful cover too. The book has a
Thank
awfully,
you.
a very beautiful cover. It's called again, God, Where is My Adam? Is that
Mm-hmm.
it?
No,
Okay.
God, please
Please
wake
wake
up,
up.
my Adam.
Okay, God, please wake up,
He
my Adam.
is in a coma.
Yeah. Oh, that
Mm-hmm.
sounds so exciting. So, what's been the response of people who have already read the book? What do they think?
Oh my God, I got a call today. He is the producer of How Sweet the Sound on Fox TV,
Yeah.
and his name is Nate Brown. And he told me my wife read the book. I said, well, what did you think? He said that she thought it was so phenomenal. She's getting ready to pass it on to a niece or something. I want to say, no, buy the niece one. Don't pass it on. Buy the niece
That's how
one.
we do.
Yeah,
Here, you
I
can read it
said,
when I'm done.
I was like, no, buy her
Yeah.
one. And so he
Yeah.
said he's going to have her write a review. I
Hmm.
said, great. I need that review. He said he's going to give me a 5 star because she said it was phenomenal. So people
Hmm.
have been writing comments, and I've had great comments because I wrote the book, Nina, for somebody who's not a reader. I'm not a reader. So I need you to speak to me raw. I need you to keep my attention because you're going to lose me on page 2 if you don't grab me. And so,
Well, I'm a
so
reader. I love to read. Yeah. So you're saying this book will appeal to you even if you're not like me, who's reading all the time.
yes,
Uh,
yes,
that it's a reader, non-reader friendly.
yes,
Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness.
yes,
Well, it sounds like an exciting book, and they can get it on Amazon and all of the outlets that Amazon serves. I take it.
yes. Yes,
Okay.
but let me tell you what I did.
Uh-huh.
I made it where they can get Kindle for $3.99.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna stay $3.99 forever. I did
Hmm.
that for a period of time because the book
Yeah.
is actually 20.
Yeah.
And there's also two chapters they can read to get a glimpse of what it's all about. And also, I will be going into Audible. I will be going into Audible, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'm going to go into another language. So, but right now it's $3.99 on Kindle, 20 um on the site for Amazon, $20
Mm-hmm.
for me when they buy it from me, but then you got to pay shipment for me and you got to pay shipment for Amazon if you
Mm-hmm.
don't live in my city, but I will sign an autograph however the Lord tells me to autograph.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll encourage people to try to go to Amazon and help me out. I want my numbers up
Yeah.
because you know what I mean? Because it
Yeah.
debuted at number one bestseller within 24 hours of me releasing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get it to number one across all genres of books, secular, mainstream. So I'm really trying to do that. So I have to keep pushing and keep pushing
Yeah.
to get that. Because you're talking about all these number one books from major movie stars and actors and this.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to do
Autobiographies
that.
and yeah,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
sounds good. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, wow, it's exciting. You leading such a beautifully wonderful life in movies and working in music. It's an awesome, awesome thing. Won't you tell everybody how they can connect with you?
Well, I'm simple. I on all my handles, I made them Apostle Veryl Howard. I'm trying to do this branding thing.
Mm-hmm.
Being that, Nina, I have branded every artist, every actor you could think of. I'm trying to brand me now. So
Okay.
everything is Apostle Veryl, Veryl Howard.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a lovely web page. I would love for you to go over there, check my web page out. Um, I'm going to be posting pictures of me with people who purchased the book and
Okay.
places I've been, because this
Mm-hmm.
book is really opening up some doors for me. I have to tell you about that.
Mm-hmm.
So my webpage is www.veryl.howardministries with an S.net. So that's www.veryl.howardministries.net. But everything else, if you put Apostle Veryl Howard on TikTok, Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook, you're going to hit your sister up. And I would love to hear from you. I would love for you to get my book. I would love for
Yeah.
you to send me a picture with my book, and Homegirl will post you. I will post you on
You
all my
mean you want to?
platforms.
They're sitting reading the book.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Or they just put the book in front of them like,
Yeah.
hey, and will post
Okay.
them on
Hmm.
all my platforms because I appreciate the love. I
Yeah.
appreciate the support. I appreciate the prayers, the kingdom building me up, you
Hmm.
know, all of that. So I'm excited about what God is doing. I got to tell you a little bit though. I got to tell you this.
Hmm.
um because of my obedience after I was disobedient, because remember I told God I would never ever write again. So I encourage your listeners, don't ever tell God what you're not going to do when God has placed something in front of you. Sometimes people are fearful in moving out in their gifting, fearful and thrusting in their talents. Don't ever tell God, no, I can't do it, I won't do it,
Wow.
because God will show you otherwise, or he'll get after somebody else.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
I had an ultimatum. He was like,
Hmm.
no, you're called to write. So this book, I'm gonna tell you what it's done for me. I got a call from Black Expo. Over 10,000 people come to the Black Expo.
Yeah.
I'm actually
They're in
booking the
DC.
talent. No, this one is in South Carolina. I'm
Okay.
actually booking the talent for the Black
Hmm.
Expo. I
Hmm.
booked my artist Joe Kia Williams and also Sacardi on the Black Expo. And
Hmm.
I have some other people. I book artists and actors, whatever they want me to do. I got a call from them today. They said your booth is free. Your booth, bring your
Ah,
books, is free. And we're talking
yeah.
about
Oh, that
booths
would be
that
a
you got to
great place
pay,
to. Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? All this money for. They said, your book, we're giving it to you for free. I said, oh my God, that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Then the city council, one of their representatives, Shelly, she does events. They invited me to come there to be one of the 10 vendors that sold
Hmm.
product at the council meeting.
Yeah.
I didn't even have any books. People pre-ordered books.
And you had space. They gave you space to, and you didn't have a
They gave
book.
me space. I
Okay.
had no books. And
Okay.
people pre-ordered books. I got to ship 4 of them out tomorrow. And And then from there, a city council member who didn't even know I had books, she's running for, I think, state or some powerful position.
Yeah.
She sent message to me saying that she wanted me to be on all her infomercials.
Okay.
I
Wow.
said, God, you're doing something. And then there's a tour going on, a Mother's Day tour with Kiara Sheard, Leandra Johnson, Ed Levert, Dietrich
So you're
Haddon,
gonna
my
just kind
artist.
of jump on that tour and go to each city.
They
Yeah.
invited me to. They said
Yeah.
they made me an elite ambassador. They're going to
Mhm.
recognize me. And they also told me as a bestseller, and they also told me every city I could sell my books free.
Wow.
This is God.
It
I
is.
mean, only because I finally said I'm going to be obedient. I repented for my actions.
Mhm.
And I said, God, do whatever you want to do with me. And the Bible says your gift shall make room for you. And even today, I got offered to go to a woman's event. Guy put my poster up for the concert, and he said, you can sell your books.
Wow.
I
That's
said, I will be
exciting.
there.
Mhm.
So God is opening up all types of doors and platforms, and even
Mhm.
this platform with you. You have a big old gospel influencer platform. You want 100,000 radio stations. You want a TV network. You
Yeah.
don't want awards. You
Mhm.
know, I don't take this lightly
Thank you.
when
Mhm.
people allow me to come on their platform, because what you have
Mhm.
done for me today is kingdom. You're holding my arms up. You're saying, I see you. I want to help push you. And a lot of times that's rare among women. And so I appreciate that. And I thank you for that, because my movie is about that. I am she is her. That's
Yeah.
about women
And that's the new
who don't,
one. Is that already
yes,
out?
yes, that's out on Tubi. We're going to
I
start
am
pushing it.
she. I want to write that down.
I
Is
am
I am
she.
she. She is
She
me.
is her,
She is her.
and we're
Okay.
gonna push it really hard for Women's History Month in March. But it's already out. It's on Tubi and 150 platforms, and it's about women,
Mhm.
very powerful, powerful women who have excelled to these high heights,
Yeah.
but they had gone through some doors shut on them, some women trying to hate on them, some women trying to compete with them,
Hmm.
women who didn't help them,
Is that the one
and
that you did last? Was it last year? Year before? How
no,
long?
no, no. This is a brand new movie.
Okay.
This is brand
Yeah,
new.
the one that you were casting for not too long ago. Is that this is the one? Because that was
No,
fast.
that's a whole nother movie.
Oh, okay. I said, was
No,
he
that's a
just
whole
casting
nother
for
one.
this like last summer?
That was another movie. We
Okay.
just did this one months ago. And
Okay.
then,
Yeah, I said they can make movies fast.
yeah, no, this is a whole
Yeah.
nother one. And then
Okay.
just about a month ago, I casted Jokia in one
Yeah.
singing.
Yeah.
And she was in DC a month ago, and that's probably going to come on Hallmark or Lifetime. But I
Okay.
was not the producer. I
Yeah.
just set it up for her to go
Yeah.
sing. Because artists need to understand it's not the same trying to get booked in these churches these days.
Oh
Everybody's
yeah.
suffering, with furlough and
Oh yeah.
everything else. It's kind of hard thinking you're going to sit back and wait and make all this money getting booked at a church. And so I try to tell artists do other things. So my thing is
Mhm.
opening up the movie platform to them so they could get synchronization deals and they could
Yeah.
get paid, from here on out. Every time the movie plays, they get
Yeah.
residual money. And
Ab-
so I did the same thing for Lucinda Moore. Her movie Fire was put in a movie that a Canadian film director did. And so, it was a artist synchronization deal. And so we're doing stuff like that, Nina, so we can help other people. But again, I thank you for the platform, because you're definitely a I am she is her.
Oh
Okay.
my God. Okay. Wow, that sounds so exciting. Yeah, just keep us up on, everything that you're doing because we definitely want to talk about it and tell everybody all about these wonderful things that you're doing. I'm happy that there's start back making movies. How long after COVID did everything you think really open up?
Well, honestly, this birthed during COVID, because what
Really?
happened was, yes,
Yeah.
what happened was the industry shut down.
Yeah.
And so, being that the industry shut down,
Hmm.
independent film directors
We're going to
started
work.
rising,
Yeah.
because not only did the independent industry shut down, there was a strike. So I would say around 2020, that all that stuff was happening in 2021. And I would say around 2022, these
Mhm.
independent film directors said, well, you know what? This is a perfect time. There's a shift in Hollywood. There's a shift in Atlanta. Marvel Entertainment that was doing a lot of movies in Atlanta, providing a lot of jobs for actors in Atlanta,
Yeah,
is no longer there. They left and went to the UK. So jobs are not plentiful like they used to be in Atlanta and for movies. So what happened was a lot of independent film directors, they started rising up to the occasion. And
yeah,
then rising up to the occasion, they started getting distribution deals like we have on these different platforms, Hulu, these streaming platforms. Because
yeah,
to be honest with you, the money is in streaming. And so these independent film directors
yeah,
started getting known actors that were like, wait a minute, I'm not working out here in Hollywood. I
yeah,
need some work. So they started working with the independent film
yeah.
directors.
So they
So now you
doing,
got
yeah. Go ahead.
a
I'm sorry.
star, you got it's called star billing name. So
Uh-huh.
star having these star billing names on independent film directors. So what has happened is Tubi has grown and Fox TV bought Tubi. So now you got main actors on there, big name actors that are on independent films
Yeah,
because it has changed because these networks are constantly firing people. Paramount fired like 1,500, BET fired like 1,000. I mean, they're constantly firing people. And
yeah.
so the industry leaves very little room in Hollywood and Atlanta and New York for, roles.
That's what I
But
was gonna ask you. Where did you shoot the last movie?
we shot our last movie a couple of months ago.
Where?
Oh, several places.
Oh, okay.
One, like I said, your kid came up for one in DC.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, I was in St. Kitts and Nevis, out of the country.
Yeah.
Prior to that, we shot in Canton. Prior to that, we shot in where do we shoot? California. So it's all over.
Yeah. I think you
Oh,
said.
after before a month ago, we shot in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's what I was thinking that you had been all over shooting. My goodness. Well, at least they got it done, huh? Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate all that. I know you have another meeting coming up here in just a little
Yes,
bit. Again, tell everybody
yes.
how they can connect with you.
Yes. My name is Apostle Veryl,
Mm-hmm.
Veryl Howard.
Mm-hmm.
And on all my sites, Facebook, Apostle Veryl Howard,
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, Apostle Veryl Howard, TikTok, Apostle Veryl Howard, my webpage, because somebody stole my name. They bought my name. I guess they thought I was going to be famous one day. So it's
Really?
www. Yes, I had it first and then
Mm-hmm.
they bought it from me, but it's
As a
www dot
domain name?
my domain.
Okay.
So I'm gonna switch it up though. I'm about to switch it up and do something real creative. But
Mm-hmm.
so my domain is
Mm-hmm.
www.verlhowardministries.net. Verlhowardministries.net. But somebody must have knew Apostle Verl Howard was on her way. Okay,
Yeah.
becoming a multi-millionaire. I'm on my way so I
Yeah.
could do some kingdom work and not sit back and wait for everybody else to book my artists, but I could take them on tours.
Yeah.
So somebody bought my little name. So it's www.verlhoward.net, not .com. I mean, Veryl Howard Ministries dot
Net.
net. That's my
Okay.
webpage. Thank you,
Sounds
Nina.
Sounds good. Wow. Lots of exciting stuff coming up. And we will talk again in a few months, I'm sure, when your next project is ready. And I appreciate you being on the show.
And
Thank
I thank you so much. And I'm so happy I've seen a lot of growth in you. We have grown together.
you.
Okay. People don't know. We've known each other a long time.
Uh-huh.
We have grown together. God is doing phenomenal stuff
Thank
with you.
you.
And I'm watching him.
Yes.
I'm watching how he's moving throughout your life.
Thank
And we've had to grind in this gospel industry. It's not easy like
Mhm.
people think.
Oh,
And only
no.
the thick skin survive. And
Yes.
so we've had to grind to survive. And now we're in a different stage now where
Hmm.
God has said, listen, it's your time now. It's your time. It's your time. Because the Bible says your latter shall be greater.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at things progressing for us now. And I'm not going backwards. I don't know about you.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
going back.
Absolutely. And I'm waiting on that Adam to cut to wake up
Oh,
and
pray for him. Pray for him and call him forth. He's
yes.
coming.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
I thank you so much and love you so very much. Thank you for being on
Love
the
you
show.
too.
Okay.
Thank you.